It's military time. I'd like to call this park board meeting for Tuesday, August 6th, 2024 to order. First item on tonight's agenda is the July 2nd minute meetings. Members should receive those minutes in their packets. Everyone's had a chance to look over those. I need a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Prost?
Aye.
And I was not present, so I will not be voting on that. Motion carries. Next item on tonight's agenda is the attorney.
This item for your consideration is a use agreement with Angel Care for a 5K family fun run at Freedom Park.
Please, you guys have the identification with description of date and time. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. I don't see any conflict or anything to worry about on this as far as Freedom Park is concerned.
Questions or comments? You know, on a related note, do we have any idea how many of these type of events we host at Freedom?
I mean, it's going to be a quick audit, but we can quickly find out.
I'd be curious.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten to the point of the 5K runs have gotten to such a volume, which, as you know, we used to have our own 5K run. We stopped doing it because of the volume. It just didn't make sense.
Right. Well, it's not, obviously, if there wasn't a need for it, or if there wasn't if people didn't want to do it, they would be putting these on. But I'm just curious.
Yeah, we can pull up last year's.
Okay.
We'll give you a number.
No questions or comments on that? The Angel Care 5K? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the Angel Care 5K. Freedom Park.
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Mr. Prost, seconded by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
And I also, motion carries.
Next item is use agreement with St. Francis and Clare of CC for Freedom Park and a cross-country race for 2 dates in September.
Continue with Freedom Park. They'd like to have, like Terry was saying, 2 races at Freedom Park. Matt Daffron, we've worked with him specifically with East Park. Now he's going to do Freedom Park for September 14th and 21st. Probably looking right around 150 kids per race. Again, like no issues here, no alarms for us for Freedom Park.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with St. Francis and Clare for the cross-country events at Freedom Park.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Prost?
Aye.
And I also, motion carries.
Next item is ratification of a purchase agreement with Christie's Design and Sign for certain signage and banners to install at Maple Parks for $22,698.
As you guys know, we have a very comprehensive sponsorship matrix plan for the sports park. Part of that sponsorship is the actual tangible impressions for the partners. These are those tangible impressions. Just so you know about to date, I can certainly give you a financial report on this if you guys need it. To date, we've nearly closed on over $100,000 of sponsorship money to date. So that would also be coming from that. It's in our S&R account for, like Terry said, $22,698 for the sponsorship impressions at pretty much what.
Could you provide that for us next meeting?
Yes.
What all the sponsors are?
Sponsors.
Yes.
We do a lot of who they are, what their term is.
Yeah, I'd appreciate
and
that.
the amount. Absolutely.
Thank you.
And when do these banners and things start going up now?
Today.
They're all going up
today.
Yeah.
So if you look at some of the northwest field, or the north quad, and then the southwest field and north quad, they already have banners up. So the impressions are going up now.
Questions, comments? Anything else?
Just a comment about the park itself, it's really looking sharp. I go by it every morning and on the freeway, of course, but it's really looking nice.
A lot of attention being paid to that park right now, so.
It's stunning.
Yeah, we had people in last week out of town. I was telling Chris about it. When they came up from Louisville, they came by the park.
Yeah.
And they were blown away. They pulled over before they went to the Greenwood exit. They pulled over to see what was going on there. They can't wait to bring their kids up here for events.
Great.
That's awesome. Got a lot of positive feedback from that last week. Back on point, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
No questions or comments. Need a motion to ratify the purchase agreement with Christie's Sign and Design for the sports park.
So moved.
I'll second that. Been moved by Mr. Dietrich, seconded by Mr. Probst. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is consideration for sponsorship agreement with Christie's Design and Sign. The contract that you just approved, the sponsorship agreement, they won't pay us anything, they'll take $1,500 off the agreement that you just approved.
She wants to do a trade out in exchange for her a banner up on the fence as well as sports park. She's the one actually doing the banner, so she wants to brand herself, Christie's Design Signs out there. Takes it off the aggregate cost of the initial proposal.
Takes it off from the 22.6.
Yeah, I love the bartering idea.
So hard. How long's the term of this one?
Like 2 years, something like that.
I think it's still here.
Anything else? Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the partnership agreement with Christie's Design and Sign at the Greenwood Sports Park. Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Second is ratification of an amendment to the use agreement that was entered into with Anderson Housing. I believe this one is swap out their day, complimentary day at the field house for the pickleball courts. Is that right?
Close, yeah, so yeah, their sponsorship they had with, one of the impressionable items they had within their sponsorship of the field house was an exclusive use of one of the spaces in the field house. They opted to use that impression, or whatever you want to call it, that impression, that sponsorship towards the use of the tennis courts in lieu of the $12 per hour that's the cost for the rental. That makes sense.
Yeah, they're getting the same time, it's just at a different location, right?
Yeah, more or less. They're using the credit of that was within their partnership at the field house and using an exclusive space, and they're using that at the tennis school, pickleball courts instead.
Anything else? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the ratification to the amendment to the use agreement with Enders Hauser for the Craig Park pickleball courts.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burt, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burt.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is a amendment to the use agreement for the use of amphitheater August 7th, tomorrow at 7 to 8:30 p.m. They will add a food truck to that event, and so this is a food truck for the amphitheater use.
Apologize for being so late. I know you guys like to review these type of time. It was a approved event. Like Terry said, it's just an addition of food trucks.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the ratification of the amendment to the use agreement with Grace Assembly Church of God for use of the amphitheater on August 7th.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Probst, seconded by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next item is ratification of the purchase agreement for concession items with Central Restaurant Products. Initially entered into agreement with K-Ton, but that didn't go through the delays, so this is new agreement for those similar concession items for $32,000.
Answer any questions.
Now, this was the one vendor that wasn't responsive, so you decided to go with a different vendor, right? Sports
We had
Park.
some difficulties with our initial vendor, you guys approved.
This is for
and
the equipment at the sports park.
This is the concession equipment sports park, correct?
And this new vendor's providing everything that you need.
We already have
It's all here.
Yeah, so you're not having.
very reactive. No issues.
Good.
Any other questions? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the purchase agreement with Central Restaurant Products for the equipment agreement with Sports Park.
So moved.
Been moved by Mr. Dietrich, second by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next item is a use agreement with Scott New for use of the Freedom Park tennis courts for the Greenwood Middle School tennis practices for various dates in August and September.
Happy to answer any questions.
What is Mr. New over there? Is he the athletic director at middle school?
Yeah.
Questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with Greenwood Middle School for use of the tennis courts at Freedom Park.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor? Mr. Dietrich.
Aye.
Mr. Probst.
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries.
Next item is a service agreement with Nasby Construction for the removal of the Craig Park tennis courts. $27,833.
This is for the demo of the existing tennis courts. We are currently the bid for the tennis courts, putting them back is out to bid right now, so getting this under contract and then scheduling him the demo time. By bid forward is the goal.
So the plan is to remove them, build them correctly, rebuild them correctly.
We're just gonna remove a very old aged tennis
Thank you.
courts,
So
that's lifespan.
No more overlaying, no more color.
No more overlaying this time.
Okay.
We're going
No
all
more
fresh.
Band-Aids. Okay,
No more Band-Aids.
yeah, happy to hear
Are they going back in the exact same spot or?
100%. Just because of the way Craig Park is laid out, it makes sense. There's really not a lot of wiggle room in Craig Park, especially with the hardcourt complex we have up there now, with the tennis courts, the trail going through, where the tennis courts are now, the event lawn. There's just not a lot of shit. It makes a lot of sense. We have all the utilities there as far as the power goes, and everything. From a cost-effective standpoint, makes sense. We've got the parking and infrastructure already there. Just makes sense.
you. Probably long overdue. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, when's this work scheduled to be done?
So I think the bids are due to come back. Hopefully, we're awarding them in September.
I mean, I'm
believe.
sorry, the demolition.
So I'm going to schedule the demo right when the bids are awarded.
Okay,
So the person who's won the bid can actually see the way they need to go back. And then we'll take them out.
And is there gonna be enough time to complete them before the end of this paving season?
It's weather permitting. Great question. So it depends, we may run out of weather. If it is, hey, I've got it under contract, I can tie all that funds and do a carryover on that with the contract. And then we'll just punt it till next spring.
And if we run out, are they gonna overseed it and, or cover it with?
They'll have erosion control, mechanisms in place for that. And then when the asphalt plants, if it gets to that point, when the asphalt plants open back up, they'll finish up. It is not a complex project. It's literally replacing exactly what's there.
Yeah.
Just newer and better drainage.
okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service agreement with Nasby Construction for the demolition of the Craig Park tennis courts.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich,
Aye.
Mr. Burton.
Aye.
Mr. Post.
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is a use agreement with Chuck Bowen for the Greenwood Amphitheater on October 11th for the Rocket Recovery Concert performance.
And have no conflicts with any of the rec schedule. I don't see any issues. with it.
Questions, comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the use agreement with Hickory Recovery Network for the Greenwood Amphitheater on, looks like October 11th.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Prost, second by Mr. Burton. All those in favor, Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
What's that?
Next item is another use agreement with Scott New again for use of Freedom Park for the Greenwood Middle School cross country meet on August 29th and September 10th, 5:30 to 7 o'clock p.m.
Happy to answer any questions. I know this is not the first cross-country request using Free Park.
Questions or comments?
They don't trash the park, do they?
Not at all. No, they're good.
Okay, need a motion to approve the use agreement with the Greenwood Middle School for their cross-country events at Freedom Park.
So moved. Second.
Been moved by Mr. Dietrich, seconded by Mr. Prost. All those in favor? Mr. Prost?
Aye.
Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
I'm an aye also. Motion carries.
Next item is consideration of a services agreement with, I think it's Ellingson and Sons Incorporated. It's a contract for umpire scheduling services. Ellingson will schedule the umpires and then pay directly the umpires during this season, is that right?
Correct.
We have it. I don't know if you have the contract in front of you or not.
No, I don't.
So it's not, hasn't been, if you do approve the contract, after you have a contract, then I'd ask that you approve the contract with the terms and conditions to be. Yeah, okay.
So you guys have the rates. I can provide a little bit of an explanation. And I know, Tim, you have some history of this, so you understand. The rec, historically, we run our own rec, church leagues to adult and co-ed softball leagues we've done in the past. Greenwood used to have a very robust softball program before Great Park. We took those out. And so we left the west side and northeast. Now, with the all-board new sports park, we're ramping back up. Tenfold, we'll be able to have more softball rec games we've ever had before. With all that said, the challenge of all that has always been umpires. It's a tough, they're tough to get good, reliable umpires there night after night to do these games. With our partnership with GMB, we also came across this gentleman as well that is associated with GMB, and he is a networking company for umpires. So we would enter in a contract with him, based on his needs. He'll source all the umpires. We pay one guy directly, and then he feeds it out to his umpires and pays them that way.
So we pay him and then
Correct.
he pays the umpires.
Correct. We don't worry. We pay Ellensworth and Sons Incorporated, and then his responsibility is to pay his staff. So all the umpires are contractually underneath him.
So
It's
it's
Ellensworth Company.
Ellensworth and Sons
Ellingworth and Sons Incorporated.
Incorporated. So what you're wanting us to do basically is to ratify this fee schedule.
Correct.
Is that simple
More or
enough?
less, and then.
I don't know, I don't think the. Yeah, I think
So we're for the slow pitch, you didn't give us that today.
Yeah, we've got
Um,
baseball, softball, fast pitch.
So we say that the softball, I have the softball fast pitch not to exceed.
Yeah.
Those numbers of $60 per umpire, $90 per umpire, not to exceed for slow pitch as well.
Okay.
I know almost nothing about baseball. What's the difference in the fee? Like on baseball, the first one's $70, the
It's the
second.
length of the games. It's the length of the games. So baseball is a longer game.
It's 9 innings for baseball, 7 for softball.
Correct.
And then umpire 2, man or woman crew, and umpire 1, man or woman crew. What's
So in some games, if it's possible, and if we so request, we can have 2 umpires per rec league game. Or if we don't want to, we just want 1, the fee goes up to $100 per.
So is the assigning fee, the assigning rate, is that what we're paying Ellensworth
Yes,
per game?
yes,
So per game that they do for us, they get $9 a game.
correct.
Okay.
Yep. Which, if you take $9 a game.
Yeah.
And you use that $9 as a figure to look at compared to what the work that we put in on sourcing it, contract, and HR has to go through it, they gotta go through drug screen, they gotta go through background checks, they gotta do all this litany of stuff.
Right.
$9 now seems
A pit,
incredibly reasonable.
consider, I know what Rick always had to go through to get umpires.
Yeah.
So that's tougher and tougher every year.
What's that? And it will be SNR. Yeah. And Greg, we'll talk more about payment methods and stuff like that.
So our umpires then are not subcontractors with the city anymore.
Well, not individually,
Right.
or with the consultant's firm, the Ellensworth Sons, and then he sources it all out, pay him, and then it's his responsibility to pay his umpires.
That just seems really clean and efficient.
A lot better.
We
Yeah.
found this guy, we knew we had,
Yeah.
like, it's been a struggle to this point to figure out how we were gonna source all these umpires and manage them. And we funded it all now.
Yeah,
down to
just
one
the
guy.
paperwork for paying all these umpires,
Correct.
all the checks that have to be cut.
Because you're talking 30, 40
Yeah,
independent contractors.
And they're used to getting paid daily, like when you go
Sure,
out,
yeah.
you're used to get paid. And we always had to try to sell them, like, hey, you have to become a city employee, you'll get paid every 2 weeks. Well, some of them are like, yeah, I'm not gonna go through all
well, yeah,
that.
a lot of these guys travel too, don't they?
Right, yeah.
So they come up here from XYZ to Greenwood to do the games, and they want the check when they're done,
Correct.
so, or sweating white.
But that's his problem. Faith.
Right.
It's great.
Yeah, I think it's
Great
great,
idea.
yeah, awesome.
I love it.
Should have thought of that idea years ago.
Well, I think the evolution of travel and then the rec leagues growing to where they are now, I mean, the deficiency created the demand.
So we're looking for we want to approve a service agreement with Ellensworth and Sons Incorporated to supply softball or to supply umpires at the sports park pursuant to this fee schedule, not to exceed these rates. Is that correct?
For baseball, softball, fast pitch, and softball,
Yeah.
slow pitch as well.
Okay, even though slow pitch isn't on here.
Yep.
All right, see if I can remember that. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the service agreement with Ellensworth and Sons Incorporated to provide and pay the baseball, slow pitch softball, fast pitch softball umpiring, and to pay those umpires pursuant to the fee schedule presented to us, not to exceed those rates.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor? Mr. Dietrich,
Aye.
Mr. Burton,
Aye.
Mr. Prost.
Aye.
Mine also, motion carries. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Auto auctions. Next item on the agenda. Looks like we got a list of vehicles we're getting rid of.
Yes,
6.
sorry, I'm out of order, that's my fault.
That's all right.
Yeah, we got some vehicles going to auction. You should have the VIN numbers in front of you with the name of the truck as well. If you have any questions, we have it.
Why are some of these highlighted?
I think some of them are highlighted.
Are they all from our department?
No, the ones that are highlighted are from our department.
Okay,
I apologize. Yeah,
and the other ones are other city departments.
Yeah,
So we only get three.
there's 3 trucks on there. The 3 trucks
Okay.
are the ones that are ours.
Okay.
That you guys can sign off or consider sign off on them to go to auction.
Do these vehicles always sell? And if they don't, what happens to them after the fact?
So typically not my conversation. I don't know that firsthand. I do know the fleet maintenance guys, never ever said to me that they never sell.
Okay, so
They
we
always
really
sell.
don't,
They will sell,
we're just approving them to let them sell them and.
100%, yeah.
We're on.
Christie's, still use Christie's?
Yep.
Okay. We need a motion on that.
Yes.
Any other questions? Hearing none, I need a motion to approve the list of 3 pickup trucks to be sent to the city auto auction.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, seconded by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor, Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Post?
Aye.
I'm an aye also, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is resolution 24-06, the amended medical leave sharing policy.
Yeah, okay, so this is a housekeeping really issue, but I guess in 2015, the city adopted a medical leave sharing plan that established a PTO bank for employees experiencing medical issues. That was amended, the Board of Public Works and Safety amended that in 2019, but those changes were never adopted by the park board. So this resolution adopts those changes from 2019 and incorporates them into Exhibit A by adoption of the resolution. And one of the changes for information was automatic deposit of unused PTO hours that exceeded the carryover amount into the bank, which began in January 2020.
Looks like it.
Even though this was never adopted by the Parks Board, it was available to the Parks employees, correct?
But yeah, it's actually probably been implemented in use.
So the other employees donate their time to be banked. Jim could donate his time to be banked, and the other city employees use that time.
Correct, but you have to have a eligible, approved reason to get the bank PTO hours.
Any questions or comments?
These are excellent policies. It's an excellent thing.
No other questions or comments? Need a motion to approve resolution 24-06, the amendment to the medical leave sharing.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Mr. Burton, second by Mr. Dietrich. All those in favor? Mr. Dietrich?
Aye.
Mr. Burton?
Aye.
Mr. Post?
Aye.
And I also. Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the Parks Foundation.
Well, you don't have a report, however, Parks Foundation has been ramping up for their first bingo. Lots of purses have invaded my office. Great. First bingo is September 25th. So Dick, we expect to see you there, participating in the first bingo is 25th.
Excuse me.
Yeah. But that is all, that is all for the Parks Foundation.
Control report. Greg's here tonight. Thank you for being here.
Good evening. I sent this out yesterday morning. Hopefully everybody got a chance to look over it. First page there is the operating fund. That's the one that's our property tax back fund. Also has your Freedom Springs admissions in there, so you can see that's doing very, very well this year. Right now, for the year, this fund is up by $941,000. You have over 100% reserves, which means you could fund everything that comes out of that fund for 1 year without another dollar coming in, which is a great position to be in, especially when economic times get uncertain. Next page, food and beverage tax fund. This one right now is up just 19,610. The one thing with this fund, we do try to budget this pretty close because the way this one was implemented by the state required that it be utilized for Parks and Rec type functions. So we shifted as much as we could out of that property tax fund into this fund. So as close as we can budget that and hit the mark, we're very happy. We want to make sure we're using that to its fullest extent. Next page is your S&R fund. That one's up pretty significantly this year, 371,000. You can see a lot of that is coming from your aquatics concessions, 203,000 of that so far. You're also getting youth programs, 320,000, special events, 173,000. So we're doing very well out of there. I believe that S&R donation is also where some of those sponsorship dollars are hitting as well. So that's why that one's as high as it is at 99,000 there. But again, that one tends to be up and down based on the programming. We want to make sure that we're funding all of the programming, so we don't want to see it go negative, but it's looking really good right now. Your final one is your park impact fee. This is the only one that is down for the year, but that's because we had a very large project at Freedom Park funded partially from there. So that is why you do see that one down. That'll bounce back as you see building permits being pulled. They start paying into that impact fee. You're going to see a lot of it out on the east side of town. One of the neighborhoods I know has started. It's going to grow. I think they're talking in that neighborhood alone. So you're going to see this one the next couple of years. It's some pretty big revenues. And we'll be talking about this one later this year too with the update. We're on the renewal year.
A lot of good news.
Absolutely.
Questions for Greg? Comments? Great job. Love seeing those big numbers. Good numbers. Thank you very much. Controls report, that's all. Aquatics report, Brooks here tonight.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good. So we are, school is now back in session, so we're just trying to start seeing a little bit of decreases during the week. Of people starting to come through our gates, though I will say Monday, yesterday was a pretty busy day for us. Not all schools are back in session. Today was a little less, but still a good amount of people came in today. So things are running smooth in that aspect. All swim lessons are done, except for we have a couple privates that we're finishing up here in August. All of our groups and lessons, they have been completed, and Lucas did a really good job on coordinating all those programs and getting those together. We still have scuba on the weekend, so that's still kind of moving and grooving. And then now we're gonna start getting ready for winterization, is kind of getting things prepped and ready to go. I know we have until September 2nd, but we'll want to go ahead and start getting things all online, so that way when we do close, we can go ahead and get through with all that stuff. But right now, we're kind of winding down and making our way towards September 2nd. So
Issue for staffing?
no,
Good.
it's done very well.
It's usually kind of a bugaboo this time of year.
So we have a lot of our high schoolers are going to be coming into play at this point. A lot of our college kids, they'll start leaving here maybe in the next week or two.
Mhm.
Getting ready to head out to college, and then we have a few of those college kids actually they go to either IUP or whatever it's called now, and then they go local, so they'll come back and help us whenever. And a lot of the high schoolers will come in after school and help us guard. And the weekends we have no issues with.
I was by there the other night, about 8 o'clock at night. You had a couple employees out picking up the parking lot. They looked so happy.
Yeah,
But
they do. And they all like they get
they were
together
doing a really good job.
Yeah.
So
a lot of times they'll go up there afterwards to go to the pickleball course. They'll
Yeah.
if they can try to find a court out there. They try to do that. They go to dinner together. Like they're very tight knit group. So.
I thought he was joking.
Huh?
I think he was joking.
we appreciate the efforts. Thank you very much. Anybody else?
Yeah, you did a phenomenal job this year. I just want to commend you for that.
Oh, thank
The
you.
numbers are great. Went off without a hitch. I mean, it seemed that you operated with a higher rate of efficiency.
Mhm.
We agree on that?
Absolutely.
That's Well, odd that you mentioned that, because I just had a one-on-one conversation with Brooke today, and I just said it was exactly the same.
Yeah, very proud of you, very proud of the Freedom Springs.
Yeah,
Because you guys started out kind of slow, didn't you?
From the way we started to get here.
weather-wise,
That's what I mean.
not from an operational-wise, it's just a very weather-dependent facility, and
It was bad.
it is, they did a really quick, aggressive turnaround.
Appreciate the effort. Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah, thank you.
Parks report, Jim's here tonight.
I believe you got a report, a copy of my report in front of you. More than happy to answer questions. We've just been, you guys have been spending some time out there at the sports park, and we'll continue to escalate that as the weeks go on. My staff is beginning to win. Middle of the month, I should be, about half of what I was. We'll be all right.
Yeah, I was by the sports park today and they were out, like we talked about earlier, hanging up banners. So they're having a fun time fighting that wind out there, but,
There's no.
place looks great, all parks. Went through quite a few parks there, they all look great.
I'll pass it on.
They do. One thing I noticed, and kudos to you on that, is keeping the trash cans empty. You guys have done a great job with that. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I haven't really noticed anything substantial, anything overflowing. Parks is great.
I had a really good staff this year. Everybody, there was a lot of returnees and a bunch of newbies. So everybody, the supervisor's doing their job, training them right, staying on top of it. Everybody do it smooth.
It's awesome.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Jim. Anything on trails?
The only thing I add on trails, it's, the ever pending, what we call AES Trail now. We did get a report from IDM DNR about some deficiencies in the submittal for the permit. The engineers, we have approved that project. They are addressing those deficiencies. So there needs to be some stormwater modeling that needs to take place. We're still waiting on a response from IDM. Why?
Never.
Someday.
Okay, recreation report.
You have a copy of my report. Summer camp came to a close, about a week and a half ago. Aaron did a wonderful job this summer with it. Kids had a lot of fun, served a lot of kids in the community. Busy weekend this weekend of events. We have an adult night on Friday night at Freedom Springs. And then we also have a makeup concert at the amphitheater on Friday. Toy Factory will be there. And then a concert on Saturday to close out the summer concert season. It's been a good season. We've had wonderful weather the last few weeks, so it's doing really well. Archery, the third session of archery just finished, along with lacrosse finishes tomorrow night. We also started some pickleball leagues out at the new pickleball complex. Last night we had 39 people out there playing that are actually paying to play in our league, so it's a lot of fun.
What's the first day you're looking at using the sports park?
September 7th.
September 7th, okay. And since we're on that, we're doing the ribbon cutting on the 6th. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Did I steal your thunder? I'm sorry.
no, it just hasn't been announced.
Okay. I didn't mean that.
When will we finish up the softball and stuff? What, November?
We have, they're gonna do a 5-week session of softball starting, so it'll be like mid-October, right around that fall break time.
Kudos to you for Saturday's concert. Saturday's band was kicking, man. It was
busy down there.
It was incredible. The music was tight. It really sounded professional. It was amazing.
Do you have a Cub trip coming up?
Yeah, you're going,
I should put that on my calendar.
2 weeks from
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, we are going another Chicago trip tomorrow as well. They're going shopping in Chicago during the summer tomorrow. I think there's 35 to 40 people going on that bus trip tomorrow.
I'll skip that one. Fieldhouse report, John.
So the Fieldhouse just wrapped up hosting, being the main host site for summer camp. After summer camp each year, we like to take that time, usually August, September time, frames to paint and touch up a lot of areas that the kids feet down in the facility, so it's nice and fresh for the winter, which is our busiest time. So we're just getting all that taken care of for this next month, and then also finalizing a few of the items for just getting Nerf on the turf, new birthday party rental that's in high demand for our parents. For our facility, we also had a lot of paving going on around the Madison and the Fieldhouse, so our parking lot is finally paved. It's all done, I guess, verify.
Looks great.
So I'm gonna add a little bit more to the field house before John and the summer camp. There was a really good synergy this year with the field house staff and accommodating the summer camp kids. You know, that has always somewhat been the case, but it works really well when the two work that well together, and it just makes the summer camp experience that much more enjoyable. So, you know, kudos to John and his staff. Make sure that kind of like cross coordinate, you know, the facility coordinates the program, summer camp, and the rec department. It's good synergy between the two. Tell how well it works this year.
Good memories to be had from those kids. They're gonna be
Absolutely.
your future customers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's certainly the case. Yeah.
Anything else? Thank you, John. Community Center report.
As ever county board report, if you have any questions, just let me know. We are also doing maintenance, even though we did not have summer camp inside the building. Outside. We already have a couple rooms painted and we're working on a couple more in the hallways, and then on the 17th, which is Wham Fest, we'll be working on. Building's closed, it's sliding.
Sure.
Day passes were way up from last year.
That's great.
Been busy.
Mr. Chair. Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it.
Hey,
Any other business from the public? Any other business from the park board? In case anybody didn't hear, Rob and Jen are on Fox 59 tomorrow morning, 9:30.
Jim Wingate is the lead of Fox 59 tomorrow morning. Segment radio is around 9:30, 10 o'clock.
So set your DVRs.
Set your, that big happy yours.
Nick, set your videotape recorder.
We are beta.
I can't watch.
Okay. We've already signed a copy of the claim form. No corrections or amendments to that. And unless there's any other business come before the board tonight, this meeting is adjourned.
Still got park rooms up there